check the oil pressure. Looks good.
Nice.
Check it out. 1971 Ford F100. I just bought it. He said as I'm looking at it, you know, hey, by the way, this thing used to have a turbo on it, and I still have all the parts. Are you interested?
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Funny story, the owner of this truck has had it for years and years. He has a lot of sentimental attachment to it. And as we were messaging back and forth, he told me he didn't really want to sell me the truck because he watched some of my videos and it looks like I cut everything up. He's not wrong, but I'm not going to cut it up. I'm probably going to cut it up, let's be honest. What's up? It is Casey from Caseyscustoms. I just bought a 1971 Ford, sight unseen. We're going to see if we can't fix this thing up, drive it 1,800 yards all the way home. Let's get to work. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell them get in line. Check it out. 1971 Ford F100. I just bought it. It's got a little, you know, Midwest weight reduction. That apparently was a forklift spike. She's a race truck, so it's kind of got some stuff we got to fix, but that's okay. Floors are not great. Already got started with the roll cage, and he actually has other pieces to it as well. Look at the size of this tank. I don't know that I've ever seen a race tank that big. Gas does not smell great, but I think it's gonna be okay. Basically, it has ran periodically here and there. It sat for a long time, but he still kind of starts it up every now and then. But we still got some stuff we got to fix. Has Ford 9-inch two-piece drive shaft, which I don't love, but he actually has a single for it. We can change it out. I don't know why every Ford I buy doesn't have a tailgate lately. Nobody has tailgates for them. Cool. I have never heard of this carburetor before. Sweet. Looks good. Has a fresh battery. You probably need to tighten that down a little bit. Yeah, she has a little bit of go juice in her. Well, it's a little low, actually. We'll add a little bit of oil to it. Brakes are full. They don't look bad, too, either. They don't look perfect, but they're okay. I think some of our problems we're going to try and mess with today is electrical, because I feel like some of this isn't working as well as it should. This should be the transmission cooler back here. Look at those freaking fuel lines. Holy shit. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just start topping off my fluids, get some fresh gas in it, and we will go from there, see what happens. God damn, that's a big tank. All right, let's add some shit to it. Best rag in the world, old piece of grass. I mean, perfect. Oil's topped off, looking good. We're already pumping a lot of gas up here, which is good. As we prime the fuel pump, so we should be good there. It does not smell great though, so let's put some gas in it. Oof. I have a damn pour spout. I still spilled it. Jesus Christ. All right, check this out. I just put almost 2 of those. Those are 6 gallons, I think. I almost put 2 of those in, and I swear I'm like right there. I think this is like a 40-gallon tank. It looks like maybe right there somewhere. Holy shit. Yeah, 10 gallons just barely did anything, but we should still be all right. It does not smell good in there. It definitely had bad gas in it at one time, so hopefully we're okay. Let's see what happens. All right, we got gas. Kind of messed with some of this wiring. I think it's okay. I'm going to tweak a couple of those around. I do not love this cable. I feel like I'm getting kind of intermittent electric stuff, so I really should replace that, but you know, we're going to make it work. We definitely need to tighten that down and scuff it. I'm going to go find some sandpaper. All right, battery cable tightened down. I don't love it. This one's tightened down too. We have topped off our radiator, topped off the brake. Oil looks good. I'm not happy how much it took. I think it took almost 4 quarts, so that's a little concerning, but we're probably all right. This is a fresh rebuild, so I think it still has kind of like break-in oil in it. So let's hop in and start clicking some buttons, see what the hell happens. I don't hear the fuel pump on. There you go. It helps if you turn the fuel pump on. Oh, these are my fans. I don't need those. Fuel pump ignition. Yeah, fuel pump helps. Clank, 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 clank. Let's check our brake pedal before we get too cocky. Boy, that thing is loud. Oh my goodness, I just realized I have a hole in my pants. Woof! That's for my wife. My wife to fix. Jesus, guys, get your head out of the gutter. I just almost ran over my tripod. Okay, brakes will stop it. That's fine. All right, they're stopping enough. All right. Now I turn that off first, probably. Then turn that off. That goes coil, fuel pump, either the radiator fan or the trans fan, and then vice versa. I don't think this one does anything. Yeah, that one doesn't have a wire on the back of it. Cool. All right, let's set some cameras up and try and drive this damn thing. So this guy, I got it. We're looking at it, I'm like, it's, pretty good. Just kind of checking it over with him. He goes, oh yeah, by the way, it used to have a turbo on it. I don't know if maybe you're interested in that. And I go, obviously. So check out this pile of shit. Got a bunch of random trim and stuff. I have the factory gauge because the gauge is not in there. Turbo system. Manifolds. I got basically the hot side. C6 transmission. Drive shaft. And then this was the start of a tow hitch. Also a lot smaller tank because it has a fucking 800 gallon tank in it. There's the turbo manifolds. So we're definitely, after we get it running and driving, we're going to turbocharge this thing. All right. Aluminum. I gotta quit slamming that fucking door. Looks good. Oh shit! Ow, that hit me. Damn. I gotta figure out what that noise is. You got a key, don't you?
No, you took it.
I did?
You gave it to the mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Remember you gave it to the mechanic?
I did.
That is a big old pump.
And that's what I said too. Did you see the fuel line? It's like 1 inch fuel line.
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story. I have been wanting to do a roadkill style video, vice grip garage style video where, you know, you buy something that needs a little bit of work, not a ton of work, and you drive it home. I've been looking for months. I found some stuff, a couple things were a little too rough, couldn't drive. Long story short, I found this, and I've been wanting a 70s Ford truck. The 66 Ford, that truck I bought because it came with a Mustang door that I needed for my other project. That was actually kind of what I was looking for, but I really liked the 70s version. You can really get these things hopped up pretty easily. Also, a Crown Vic suspension basically bolts right into it. You can get it laying on the ground with some actual modern suspension pretty easily. So, looking for one of these, wanted to do a roadkill video, kind of 2-in-1. Found it, was so excited. It is hilarious how close this was to my house. This was 1 mile from my house. It was a half of a mile from my dad's house. So it's just ridiculously close. It did not need a bunch of stuff, but it did need some help. The guy, he could kind of drive it every now and then, but it had sat for a while. He had it in his backyard. I think I've actually seen this truck driving, you know, this, also the street it's on is really common. Like to get to the main highway on town with Walgreens and all the food stuff, you go right past it. I think I've seen this truck before. It came with a bunch of extra parts. It came with some awesome parts as well. He said as I'm looking at it, you know, hey, by the way, this thing used to have a turbo on it with the other engine. I still have all the parts. Are you interested? Obviously, I'm interested. I mean, who you talking to? So, we got some turbo parts. I talked to the beautiful people at Holley are going to be sending me a blow-through carburetor, which you need to use on a turbo setup. So we got a lot of really fun stuff coming. We're going to turbocharge this bad boy and have some fun. But I say all that to say, we drove it here yesterday. It's been 24 hours. I just came into the shop. There's about 2 quarts of transmission fluid on the floor, and I didn't put any transmission fluid in it yesterday. So that's not great. I knew it had an intake leak. I think the front of the intake seal just looks like they didn't get enough caulking in there essentially, or whatever you want to call it, silicone. Didn't get enough in there, or maybe the gasket slipped, so it's leaking a little bit out the front. I knew nothing about the transmission leaking though. He didn't say anything about it. It shifted okay yesterday. Wasn't shifting perfectly, but it was shifting okay. It came with a better transmission, a C6. C6 transmission is a lot stronger than the one in it. But anytime you get parts with a car or truck, it is both great and kind of suspicious, because why do you need an extra transmission, you know, for no reason? Why is it just sitting around? It is a better transmission. It's stronger, which makes sense. I would buy one if I had one. But did you buy that because the one that in it is shit? I don't know. We're going to find out together. I am not happy about how much transmission fluid is on the floor. The truck was cheap. I paid $2,000, so it's okay either way. But it sat outside. He had it out in his backyard. So it might have been leaking this whole time and he couldn't see it just because it was in grass. I don't know. We're going to dig in. I got to jack it up and start going from there. All right, check this out. Kind of got bad news. And the bad news is I don't know where the hell it's coming from. Everything is covered in trans fluid or oil. I thought maybe it was a torque converter originally because there's trans fluid all the way up here, but it's dry on the inside, so it can't be that. It's dripping back here somewhere. I don't know. Is it just the gasket? I have no idea. I thought maybe the trans cooler, but the lines are all dry. They look fine. I don't love the duct tape job, but it's not the end of the world. I don't know. I think we need to maybe fire it up and see where the hell all this shit's coming from. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. There's so much out. Motor is great. Couldn't be happier with the motor. Start looking for leaks. This thing's been running for like 15 minutes. It hasn't leaked a drop, and I topped everything off. Also, I found out what that noise was when I was driving it. It's right there on the rear end. I thought it was a chain drag, and I didn't realize it. Oh, shit. Oh.
You serious?
Damn, she's good. Goddamn, I ran the camera right in the wheel like an idiot. Zoom in. Oh yeah, there's a zoom feature, you moron. That little ring is spinning. I don't know what the hell it is. Obviously, it's either not supposed to be there or it should be fastened to something. Yeah, have not leaked a drop of anything. That's kind of hard to diagnose. This motor is freaking healthy, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't see any oil. This is my oil pressure line. Yeah, we're looking okay. I'm gonna turn it off and see if maybe it'll start spilling over then. Okay, we came in here for the third day. This is the final day I have to play with this truck before we're gonna get this video done. We have great news, we have bad news. Great news is a lot of our turbo parts are starting to show up. How cool is that? That's actually called a carb hat. And then you run your intercooler tubing into there. We also got some fittings coming up. We're gonna have to do a little bit of fabrication work. Not a ton of fabrication work because like I said, this truck did have a turbocharger on it at one time. It was just a different motor, so we gotta tweak a couple things. Also got a bunch of exhaust tube because I'm going to redo some of his stuff. He told me, I think he was actually embarrassed to sell me the turbo kit because he said, you cannot judge my welds. And I said, I don't give a shit. So I'm going to redo some of that. It's not that bad. I've seen a lot worse. We're going to tweak a couple things, but overall it looks fine. That's all great and good and exciting, and I love it. And then we come over here and somehow it has leaked out more fluid than I even added yesterday. I put the box under there because I wanted to be able to tell what was dripping down. And as you can see, the entire top of that box is soaking wet. It's so bad that it's leaking over the sides. So I'm gonna crawl under there and check. I have a suspicion that it's actually the pan gasket because yesterday before I left, I actually tightened it up and a couple of the bolts on the pan were kind of loose. So I think maybe the gasket is just fried. I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it. Here's the only bad news about all this. What I wanted to do before this video is over was do a big old smoky burnout. I actually did one the other day, but I did it out of frame, which is kind of annoying. But it was a good one, check it out. It was a doozy. So we might need to put a posi in it and have some fun. I think that's the other one I did. But I didn't video any of it because I'm stupid, so we have to change that. You can't have a YouTube channel and not film your burnouts. It's like, it's somewhere in the bylaws whenever you sign up for the channel. So we have to do that before the video's over. The only problem is, since she's leaking out every drop of transmission fluid I put in it, I don't know if I have any more to put in it to do the burnout. So we're gonna crawl into there, see what the problem is, try and find some transmission fluid to put in it so we can actually have some fun, and then order a shitload of parts. I'm really hoping all I need is a new pan gasket, but I don't know. Let's crawl into there and see if we can get any clues. Yesterday I had no clue. I still probably am not gonna have any, but let's see what happens. I need to find some fluid. I don't have any on hand because all the fluid I put in yesterday is on the floor now. So I decided I'm gonna go to my neighbor Caesar. He's a real good guy, he's a mechanic. He helps me all the time. He's funny as hell. I go over there and I'm talking to him. He looks down, he sees the knee pads and he goes, I bet your husband loves those knee pads. He just, you make his day. And I'm going, yeah, that's great. Hey, thanks, man. Mechanics are assholes, but you gotta love them. He then gives me a couple quarts of Ford trans fluid. So let's throw them in this thing and see what the hell happens. I also am going to remind myself to never wear my knee pads outside of the shop again. Okay, I just started adding fluid and it started leaking from up there somewhere. So I'm gonna go pour the fluid and leave the camera here. Ow. I have no idea why that's coming out so fast. It did not do this yesterday. Holy shit. Where in the, what the hell is that? I gotta watch this video because I don't even know where it's coming from. I have no idea what the hell that is, but it's at the top of the transmission, so maybe we have too much fluid? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's go start it up and see what the hell happened. So the transmission might be bad. It is currently leaking out fluid just as quickly as I can put it in. There's about 6 quarts on the floor right now. So the smart thing would be take it easy, don't drive it, order some parts, then work on it, see what happens. I'm not doing any of that. I'm gonna go outside. We're gonna send this thing to the fucking moon, see how big of a burnout we can do. I'd like to pop one of the tires if possible. I don't know. This is my new toy. I'm gonna have fun with it, and we'll deal with the consequences later. Hopefully the next video you see isn't me crying and pushing this thing inside. Let's have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. Hopefully we don't break anything. God damn, that motor runs good. The whole truck moves with it. I like that. All right. Make sure there's no cops around. Make sure we got good brakes. Not great brakes. We got something though. Oh shit. There's a motorcycle. We're gonna wait for him. Oh! Oh, my camera just fell. Dude, this camera stand sucks. We gotta adjust some stuff. The truck's smoking and I got nervous, but it's because there's transmission fluid on the header. Is that a cop? No. The camera just broke again. What the fuck? If it falls again this time, I am 100% not picking it up. That was pretty good. Holy shit. Transmission's working okay. Let's give it a real test. See if it'll do a burnout in reverse. It'll do a burnout in reverse too. Check our temperature. She's not too bad. How's our oil pressure doing? Not bad. Cool. Holy shit, that was awesome. We definitely need to put a posi track in it. Oh, this camera's fucking covered. Oh shit. Oh dude, this camera is covered in rubber. Look at this camera. I use iPhones for like silly shots, like stuff I'm not gonna cry about. It's like an iPhone 10, so it's not worth a ton if I break it. But it was in front of the tire on the bedside. So I didn't think it would get hit with rubber way up in the front, but it did. Holy shit. All right, check this out. This video is over. It's Monday, 2 a.m. The video's got to be put up in a couple hours, but I had to show you some of these goodies. Look at the carburetor Holly sent. Oh my gosh, that thing is a beast. This is a blow-through carburetor. Check it out. I got the hat. Oh man, that goes on there like that, and that goes to your turbo. Ooh, that's my intercooling piping, air filter. Starting to get some of my V-band clamps. A lot of the parts are already showing up. I am so excited. This is going to be a fun one. Also, another new puddle. Good times. This motor is so healthy. I really, really like this truck. It is just running great. Transmission's shifting fine. I did everything in my power to try and see if it had any slip to it. It didn't. So I'm leaning towards the fact I think it was just way overfilled. You Ford guys in the comments, please help me. What is that little button on top that it's overflowing from? I assume it's an overflow tube. I don't know why it feels like a little button though, so please let me know. I've done a little bit of reading. I've been about 2 minutes worth of reading. I couldn't figure it out, so the comments are always smarter than me. So please let me know. This thing is just really strong. It 100% does not need a turbo. Motor runs so good without it. Just really doesn't need it at all. I'm still gonna put it on because why would you not? It's a turbo, but man, it's running great. All of my parts should be in probably in a week or so. So stay tuned. You'll see another video on this guy in the next couple weeks. Holly is sending a giant blow-through carburetor that's gonna work great with our turbo. I got a bunch of stuff. I got an intercooler coming in. I'm gonna redo all the exhaust. We're gonna have some fun and man, I'm excited about it. Also, talk to Dad. We're gonna do one of our lowrider lace roof paint jobs. Not really lowrider, but we're gonna do a cream top with some lace and some graphics and some fun stuff, kind of like we did on the 51 Chevy Fleetline. Kept the patina, but the roof was painted. That's what we're gonna do with this one. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a ton of fun with this guy. I said it in my last video. If you did not hear it, we have redone our entire merchandise site, Caseyscustoms.com. We are doing 100% of everything in-house now. We have local suppliers for the shirts, the hats, the keychains, all that stuff. The orders come straight to us now and we ship them out. No third-party bullshit, no bad quality. We have nipped all that in the butt, started everything from scratch last week. It's been great so far. So please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out more than you would ever imagine. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Caseyscustoms.com. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good shit they tell you to do the in videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you. Look at that 57. I gotta start driving that thing more. Love you. Bye.